The Midnight Carnival of Shadows. Donovan Blackwood, a paranormal and occult investigator, settled himself comfortably in his chair at his writing desk. The antique mahogany furniture bore the scars of time, each scratch and imperfection telling a silent tale of its storied history. His study, adorned with ancient tomes and mystical artifacts, exuded an air of mystery and curiosity. The flickering candles, strategically positioned to cast long and peculiar shadows across the room, danced in rhythmic harmony with the unseen forces that permeated Donovan's study. The play of light and shadow created an ambiance that transcended the ordinary, transforming the space into a sanctuary where the mystical and the mundane coexisted. Donovan's quill, with its intricate feathered design, lay poised on the worn surface of the writing desk. Its once vibrant plumage had faded with time, but the quill retained an undeniable air of authority. Donovan's fingers gently caressed the quill, awaiting the touch of ink to parchment. The dark inkwell, a vessel that stood sentinel beside the quill. Clean sheets of paper, carefully arranged, lay arranged in an orderly fashion on the writing desk. Donovan regarded them with a sense of anticipation, acknowledging the blank canvas upon which he would inscribe the secrets yet hidden in the recesses of the supernatural realm. The room itself seemed to come alive with a subtle energy, responding to Donovan's connection with the supernatural. The air crackled with a sense of anticipation, as if the very walls held secrets yearning to be unveiled. Donovan's eyes, sharp and perceptive, scanned the room with familiarity, absorbing the ambience that surrounded him. It was a space where the mundane intertwined with the mystical, and Donovan thrived in this delicate balance. It was a sensation Donovan truly enjoyed, as it heightened the sense of intrigue within him. His eyes gleamed with curiosity as he inspected the letter he had received earlier that day. With skillful precision, Donovan reached for the sharp and graceful dagger that rested on the edge of his writing desk. The dagger, a relic from an ancient lineage, gleamed in the candlelight. Its polished blade, etched with symbols. The letter, sealed with an emblem, awaited its inevitable unveiling. Donovan's hand, steady and deliberate, guided the dagger as it delicately broke the seal. The wax yielded to the blade with a satisfying resistance. The parchment unfurled like a map to the unknown, while the ink, a deep shade of midnight black, seemed to absorb the ambient energy of the room. Dear Mr. Blackwood, we extend a most gracious invitation to you, requesting your esteemed presence at the highly intriguing Midnight Carnival of Shadows. This captivating event materializes solely at the precise moment when the clock strikes 12 in the darkest hours of the night. It serves as a sanctuary for individuals deeply engrossed in the arts of magic, avid followers of such captivating subjects and even otherworldly creatures. This extraordinary gathering unveils hidden truths, laying bare enigmas that have puzzled the minds of many. The carnival beckons those with a keen interest in the mysterious and the arcane, offering a space where the boundaries between reality and the supernatural blur. As the clock's chimes resonate through the night, the Midnight Carnival of Shadows promises an enchanting journey into the realms of magic and enigma. Attendees will witness the unveiling of concealed truths, bringing to light mysteries that have lingered in the shadows. Your unique insight into the paranormal and occult makes you a valued guest for this clandestine affair. We anticipate your presence, Mr. Blackwood, as your attendance is sure to add an extra layer of intrigue to the unfolding enigmas of the Midnight Carnival of Shadows. Donovan's eyes were locked on the animated conversation, stirring a deep fire within him. The magical, otherworldly realm was his lifelong pursuit, and now he had a chance to be part of this significant gathering right in front of him. It felt like an offer too amazing to be real. Donovan's heart raced with excitement. He longed to witness the wondrous carnival himself, driven by a burning curiosity to unravel its mysteries and understand its hidden meaning. On the back, there was a simple map showing the meeting spot. However, he knew that exploring this uncharted territory alone would be a difficult task. Shifting his gaze deliberately, he looked at the corner of the room, focusing on a shelf in the bookcase where his loyal companion resided. Arachne, a talking tarantula, was his trusted partner. With a keen sensitivity, Arachne detected Donovan's focused regard, prompting her to skitter purposefully towards the shelf's edge. Her 8 velvety limbs glided with an elegant accuracy, conveying an air of grace in their movement. "What is it, Donovan?" she asked, her voice a whispery rasp. "You seem troubled." Donovan smiled at his spider friend. "Arachne, I have received an invitation, a map to a midnight carnival that is said to be a gathering of arcane enthusiasts and supernatural beings. I am intrigued, but I cannot go alone. Will you join me on this journey into the shadows?" Arachne's multifaceted eyes sparkled with excitement. "Donovan, you know I would follow you to the ends of the earth," she replied. "Or in this case, to a midnight carnival filled with mysterious creatures. Lead the way." "Then we must hurry. Nightfall is but a few hours away," announced Donovan. In the dim glow of candlelight, Donovan and Arachne set about preparing for their journey into the mysterious realm of the midnight carnival of shadows. Donovan donned a weathered trench coat, its fabric whispering tales of past expeditions. He secured a small satchel filled with essentials whose purposes were known only to him. Arachne, perched on Donovan's shoulder, nestled into a small compartment he had fashioned in the coat for her comfort. As Donovan left the study, he grabbed his cane that was sitting beside his desk. As they left Donovan's study, the air outside carried a sense of anticipation, mirroring the energy that pulsed within the room. The moon hung low in the night sky, casting its silvery glow on the cobblestone streets. The old automobile, a faithful companion on Donovan's many ventures, awaited their departure. Its engine roared to life, with a familiar hum, echoing through the quiet streets as they embarked on a journey into the unknown. Donovan took the driver's seat, and Arachne settled comfortably on the dashboard, her multifaceted eyes surveying the surroundings with a keen awareness. The city's lights faded into the distance as they drove, leaving behind the familiar urban landscape. The road stretched ahead, winding through moonlit forests and shadowed valleys. The night air carried whispers of enchantment, and Donovan couldn't shake the feeling that they were on the brink of something extraordinary. As they ventured further into the countryside, the landscape transformed. Dense woods gave way to open fields, and the distant silhouette of rolling hills emerged on the horizon. The moon, a guiding beacon overhead, bathed the world in its ethereal glow. Arachne's delicate legs traced patterns on the dashboard as she absorbed the changing scenery. Following the map's guidance, Donovan navigated the winding roads until they reached a secluded clearing nestled between the ancient trees. The headlights illuminated the grassy expanse, and the air in the clearing seemed charged with a mystical energy. The letter's simple map had guided them to this point, and Donovan felt a surge of anticipation as he parked the car. The night was alive with the sounds of rustling leaves and distant whispers. as if the clearing itself held secrets waiting to be unraveled. Donovan and Arachne stepped out of the car, the night air embracing them with a cool breeze. The clearing, bathed in moonlight, revealed a serene beauty that belied the impending magic of the midnight carnival. The silence was broken only by the soft crunch of grass beneath their feet as they explored the empty expanse. Donovan's sharp eyes scanned the surroundings, searching for any signs of the hidden entrance to the midnight carnival of shadows. Arachne, perched on his shoulder, swiveled her head with a watchful gaze. In the center of the clearing, Donovan spotted an unusual arrangement of stones forming a circular pattern. As he approached, a subtle vibration in the air signaled a shift in the mystical currents. Arachne sensed it too, her delicate legs tensing with anticipation. With a deep breath, Donovan placed his hand on the central stone. A magical resonance echoed through the clearing, and the ground seemed to respond with a subtle tremor. The circular arrangement of stones began to glow with a soft, otherworldly light, revealing a hidden passage. As the clock struck midnight, Donovan, with Arachne sitting on his shoulder, placed his watch back into his pocket. The duo found themselves standing on the outskirts of a dense forest. The air is thick with anticipation, and a sense of otherworldly energy hangs in the darkness. Further into the forest, lanterns illuminated the path leading deeper into the woods, the flickering light beckoning them forward. The narrow path wound through the twisted trees, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. Nightly sounds of the night blended into a comforting melody. Donovan felt his quickening as they progressed deeper into the territory of the carnival, the air growing colder with each step. The sound of distant laughter could be faintly heard by their ears, reverberating across the encompassing darkness of the night. The laughter possessed a bone-chilling quality, infused with an unsettling tune that caused an involuntary shudder. Donovan, his hand clenched firmly around his trusty walking cane, cautiously surveyed the immediate vicinity, his gaze darting keenly in search of any telltale indications of motion. Arachne sitting on Donovan's shoulder, her furry body blending seamlessly with the shadows. "Donovan, do you hear that?" she asked, her voice tinged with concern. "There's something unnatural about this place. We must proceed with caution." Donovan acknowledged with a subtle nod, feeling his awareness sharpened in response to the cautionary statement. "You're right, Arachne. We must remain watchful. However, let us not forget the purpose that has brought us to this mysterious carnival, to unravel the secrets that lie within, to grasp a deeper comprehension of the otherworldly entities that convene in this place. It is of utmost importance that we refrain from allowing fear to obscure our ability to make sound and rational judgments." They cautiously moved forward, their steps muffled by the soft leaves covering the path. As they ventured closer to the heart of the lively carnival, the thick trees gradually gave way to a spacious clearing. Before their eyes, an enchanting sight unfolded. The open area glowed with a magical light, displaying a variety of colors swirling in the air. Strange beings flew around, constantly changing their appearance like the shimmering moonlight. Graceful fairies with transparent wings darted swiftly between tall trees, while mischievous goblins and trolls lurked in the shadows, their playful intentions shining in their eyes. Gnomes and brownies hurriedly moved about, and humans were scattered among the fantastical creatures. Donovan stood at the clearing's edge, amazed by the incredible sight before him. He held his breath, captivated by the scene. There is a special energy in the air, blending magic and mystery. It was a perfect mix of enchantment and wonder. Donovan witnessed an extraordinary gathering of supernatural beings from unseen realms. It surpassed his wildest dreams. In that moment, he realized the privilege he had, an exclusive glimpse into a secret world where reality and fantasy intertwined. Fully aware of the significance of this encounter, Donovan made a firm decision. He is determined to etch every detail of this extraordinary scene deep into the recesses of his memory. With unwavering resolve, he captured the essence of the moment within the confines of his mind, ensuring that not a single facet of this rendezvous would ever be lost. It is a visual masterpiece that deserved to be preserved for generations to come, an experience so profound that he would meticulously safeguard its essence for posterity. Arachne whispered, "Donovan, do you see what I see? We need to be cautious. There is more to this carnival than meets the eye." Donovan nodded slightly, looking at the strange creatures around him. He saw a bent figure with long arms, likely a vampire. Nearby, a group of werewolves gathered, their eyes fierce. As they walked on, Donovan heard a commotion far away. A herd of centaurs galloped with loud hooves, chasing something or someone. Curiosity pulled at Donovan, urging him to go faster. His heart raced with excitement and fear. On his shoulder sat Arachne, a small companion with delicate legs and mischievous eyes. Her 8 limbs gave Donovan comfort and company. They moved forward together, determined, through a busy crowd of extraordinary beings in this magical place. It was amazing to see so many mythical creatures. Donovan looked around, spotting a majestic centaurs with muscular bodies that combined human and horse parts. They followed the path made by these awe-inspiring creatures, guiding them deeper into the world of wonders. There is a mysterious atmosphere, filled with whispers of ancient stories carried by wings and paws. The path led them to a vibrant marketplace where magical beings bartered and traded peculiar artifacts. Gnomes displayed shimmering crystals, each radiating a different hue of ethereal light. Brownies crafted intricate jewelry adorned with enchantments, while trolls showcased potions that emitted mesmerizing fragrances as a crossway flew slowly by. Arachne, perched on Donovan's shoulder, observed the carnival with a mix of fascination and wariness. "Donovan, this place is like a tapestry woven with threads of dreams and nightmares. It's both captivating and unsettling." As Donovan and Arachne strolled through the bustling marketplace, they caught glimpses of peculiar beings engaged in lively discussions. A group of sylphs, ethereal creatures with translucent wings, fluttered gracefully above, exchanging secrets in their melodic language. A wise-looking dragon perched on a mound of mystical herbs, its scales reflecting the myriad colors of the magical flora. Donovan felt energized as he took in the vibrant sights, sounds, and smells around him, fully immersed in this fantastical realm. "We will see," Donovan responded with a thoughtful attitude, acknowledging the complexity of the situation. With Arachne still perched on his shoulder, he walked away from the enigmatic figure of Malachy. Donovan's thoughts spun around in his head, a whirlwind of contemplation and intrigue. Arachne, ever perceptive, sensed Donovan's contemplation. "What do you make of it, Donovan?" she inquired, her whispery voice carrying a curiosity that mirrored his own. Donovan, still processing the unfolding mysteries, replied, "This carnival is more than a spectacle. It's a conduit for the exchange of power and the unveiling of hidden truths. I sense a profound connection between the mystical and the everyday. a delicate dance that offers both wonder and caution. Donovan and Arachne, seeking solace on the edges of the carnival's clearing, distanced themselves from the center where the tension in the atmosphere seemed to thicken. As they found a quieter space, Donovan's expression reflected a sense of worry. "Arachne, there's something hidden in this place," Donovan pondered, his brows furrowed. "Malachi, the Shadow Master, is using his shows to gain power. A risky move." Arachne, perceptive as always, nodded in agreement. "Donovan, we need to be careful. We've stumbled upon a place where the line between the supernatural and human worlds blurs. If Malachi harnesses the powers of these creatures collectively, the consequences could be dire." Donovan's gaze shifted to the rustling trees nearby, their branches swaying in the wind. "You're correct. We have to uncover what he really wants and put a stop to this dark event unfolding in the night." With a thoughtful scratch of his chin, Donovan made a decisive decision. "Arachne, let's go. We need to investigate the carnival and unveil its secrets." Arachne, displaying a sense of readiness, nodded in agreement. "You're right, Donovan. I'm prepared. We can start by you engaging with animals and magical creatures, Arachne. Gather information from fairies, goblins, and other mystical beings. Their insights might reveal the true nature of Malachi's intentions." "Sounds good, Donovan. I'll commence conversations with the inhabitants of this mystical realm," Arachne affirmed, her 8 eyes reflecting determination. Donovan and Arachne, seamlessly mingling among the guests of the carnival, harnessed Arachne's unique ability to communicate with animals and magical beings. The fairies, adorned with delicate wings, shared enchanting tales of whimsical encounters, while goblins, mischievous and cunning, offered intriguing snippets of information that hinted at the nature of Malachi's influence. Continuing their quest for insights, they engaged in conversation with a slow-talking zombie who, despite his undead state, revealed tales of his former life as a renowned philosopher. The profound wisdom he shared left Donovan contemplating the intricacies and mysteries of existence. The encounter with the zombie served as a reminder of the complexities inherent in the carnival's mystical realm. Moving forward, they stumbled upon a badger who possessed an unexpected eloquence of speech. The badger's words resonated with a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings in the grand tapestry of life. "Greetings, travelers," the badger addressed them, his words carrying a weight of wisdom. "In the grand tapestry of life, every being plays a vital role. From the tiniest insect to the mightiest predator, we are all interconnected, bound together by the intricate balance of nature." Intrigued by the badger's insight, Donovan leaned in closer, eager for more knowledge. "Tell us, wise badger, what can we learn from this interconnectedness?" he asked, genuine curiosity evident in his voice. The badger's gaze shifted between Donovan and Arachne, acknowledging both. "You see, each action has a ripple effect, a consequence that reverberates throughout the web of existence," he explained. "When one element is disturbed, it sets off a chain of reactions that can shape the course of the entire ecosystem." "Fascinating," Donovan responded. "You hold wisdom, but we have others to talk to." Next, they approached a short ogre hunched over a large mug, gulping down a dirty brown liquid. The ogre's gruff exterior and rough demeanor stood in stark contrast to the ethereal, ghostly creatures surrounding him. As they neared, the ogre looked up, eyeing them with a mix of suspicion and curiosity. "Hey there, little ones," the ogre grumbled, his voice deep and gravelly. "What brings you to my corner of the carnival?" Donovan, ever diplomatic, offered a friendly greeting. "Greetings, noble ogre. We're here to learn about the stories of travelers like yourself. Your battles and adventures must hold fascinating tales." The ogre grunted, taking another swig from his mug. "Well, if you're interested in tales of battles, I've got a few to share. Once fought a dragon twice my size, and there's the time I outwitted a band of pesky goblins." Arachne, ever perceptive, chimed in. "Your experiences must have shaped you in unique ways. How do you see your role in the interconnected web of this mystical carnival?" The ogre raised a bushy eyebrow, surprised by the depth of the question. "Interconnected what now? I'm just here for a good time and a strong drink. But I suppose every tale I tell weaves its own thread in this carnival's grand tapestry." Donovan nodded appreciatively. "Indeed, noble ogre. Every story contributes to the richness of this magical realm. We're grateful for your insights." As they bid farewell to the ogre, Donovan and Arachne continued their journey through the carnival. A figure stood alone, adorned in attire reminiscent of the 17th century. The translucent presence identified itself as a ghost, its voice carrying a haunting echo. "Evening, strangers," the ghost spoke in a whisper, acknowledging Donovan and Arachne. "What brings you to this realm of shadows and dreams?" "We seek knowledge and understanding," Donovan replied, maintaining his composure. "Tell us, ghost of the past, what wisdom can you offer?" The ghost's form shimmered as it began to share its spectral wisdom. Its words floated on the air like a haunting melody. "In life we are bound by time, constrained by its unyielding grasp," the ghost began. "But in death, we transcend its limitations, becoming witnesses to the tapestry of history. The echoes of the past resonate through time, carrying lessons, triumphs, and tragedies alike. We ghosts, forever tethered to the realm of memories, bear witness to the ebb and flow of human existence." As Donovan absorbed the profound words of the dissipating ghost, he felt a deep reverence for the stories and experiences of the past. The echoes of these tales lingered as he moved through the mystical carnival. His journey led him to a group of witches gathered around a bubbling cauldron, their chants resonating through the night. Upon noticing Donovan's presence, one of the witches turned to him. "Welcome, Donovan Blackwood. We've been expecting you." Surprised by the witch's knowledge of his name, Donovan inquired, "How did you know who I am?" The witch smiled cryptically. "In this realm, secrets are unveiled and truths are laid bare. We know more than you think, Mr. Blackwood." Intrigued and slightly unsettled, Donovan pressed on. "Tell me, what is the purpose of this carnival? What mysteries does it hold?" The witch's eyes flickered with a mix of mischief and wisdom. "The midnight carnival of shadows exists to challenge perceptions and expand horizons. It is a place where the boundary between reality and the supernatural blurs. Those who seek knowledge and are willing to confront the shadows within themselves find answers here." Engaging in several more conversations, a complex narrative unfolded, involving stolen items, secret schemes, and ancient prophecies. It became evident that the carnival attendees were unwitting participants in a grand scheme orchestrated by Malachi. Donovan pieced together that Malachi desired great power, deceiving and manipulating the people who attended his shows. With the newfound knowledge tucked away in their minds, Donovan and Arachne strolled casually to the edge of the clearing. The minutes turned into hours as they huddled together, brainstorming a plan to unveil Malachi's true intentions and thwart his perilous plot. Donovan facing him directly won't work. He's got powers that could be devastating, Arachne suggested, her 8 legs twitching with anticipation. Donovan nodded thoughtfully. You're right, Arachne. We need a strategy that exposes his intentions and unites the supernatural beings against him. Any ideas? Arachne's multifaceted eyes gleamed. Subtly give proof of his schemes to the others. Make them see the real threat he poses. As the carnival approached the eerie hours of the morning, the moon hung low in the sky, casting an unsettling glow over the clearing. All right. We need to be careful. Malachi's not someone to underestimate, Donovan cautioned, his eyes scanning the surroundings. As the moment approached for Malachi's show, Donovan skillfully attracted the attention of a small group of werewolves. The leader, a massive beast with shiny silver fur, paid close attention as Donovan explained their strategy. Listen, my Lupin friends. Facing Malachi is risky, but together we can expose his plans. Are you in? Donovan asked, his voice firm yet reassuring. The 5 werewolves, eager to break free from Malachi's control, exchanged glances before the leader, a towering figure, nodded. We've been searching for a way out. We're with you. Meanwhile, Arachne approached a group of fairies with delicate wings, speaking with a gentle yet convincing tone. Dear fairies, we know Malachi has disrupted the harmony of your realm. Join us, and together we can restore balance and retrieve your stolen treasures. The fairies, their excitement evident in the shimmering glow of their wings, gathered around Arachne. One of them spoke. We've longed for a chance to reclaim our cultural legacy. As the time for Malachi's show drew near, Donovan and Arachne found themselves in the company of a group of ghosts. Standing together on the edges of the clearing, they prepared for the impending battle, engaging in a conversation that revolved around the concept of independence and their collective desire to finally cross over. One of the ghosts, an ethereal figure with a wistful demeanor, spoke to Donovan. We've lingered in this realm for far too long, tethered by the unfinished business of our past lives. If we assist you in stopping Malachi, it might be the key to our liberation. Donovan, understanding the weight of their words, nodded solemnly. Helping you find peace is a cause worth fighting for. Together, we can put an end to the Malachi influence. As the ghosts and other supernatural allies stood on the edges of the clearing, the stage was meticulously arranged for Malachi's show. Every element was in place, setting the scene for a grand showdown. Donovan and Arachne surveyed their diverse allies, united in their determination to thwart Malachi's nefarious machinations. As Malachi stepped onto the big stage, covered in a mysterious cloak, his strong presence captivated everyone at the carnival. People started whispering with excitement, and each breath seemed charged with anticipation, as if there was some invisible power in the air. The crowd, a mix of different people from various backgrounds, fell silent and stared at the mysterious person in front of them. Just as Malachi was about to enchant the crowd with his captivating act, the peaceful atmosphere was suddenly broken by an unexpected interruption. From the darkness, a person emerged and confidently approached. It was Donovan, a mysterious man known for his own enigmatic ways, exuding an air of confidence and fascination. The audience gasped, taken aback by the surprise. Their focus swiftly shifted from Malachi to Donovan. Whispers of curiosity spread through the crowd as they tried to unravel the mystery of this unexpected figure. What is his relationship with Malachi? Why had he interrupted his performance? As Malachi stepped onto the grand stage, draped in a mysterious cloak, his formidable presence held the entire carnival in rapt attention. A hushed excitement rippled through the crowd, and the air seemed charged with an invisible power, every breath pregnant with anticipation. The diverse audience, representing various backgrounds and beings, fell into a collective silence, fixated on the enigmatic figure before them. Just as Malachi was poised to enchant the crowd with his mesmerizing act, the tranquil atmosphere shattered with an unexpected interruption. Emerging from the shadows, Donovan confidently approached the stage, capturing the attention of the audience. Gasps of surprise echoed through the crowd, their focus abruptly shifting from Malachi to the unexpected interloper. Whispers of curiosity circulated as spectators sought to unravel the mystery of Donovan's presence. What connection did he have with Malachi, and why had he interrupted the performance? With unwavering confidence, Donovan raised his hand, signaling for silence. The murmurs gradually subsided, and a quiet stillness settled over the carnival grounds. All eyes were now fixed on Donovan, eager to hear his words. His voice, a compelling blend of authority and fascination, resonated as he began to address the captivated assembly. "Ladies and gentlemen," Donovan declared, his voice filled with unwavering conviction. "Those among you who share a kinship with the supernatural, tonight we convene not merely to witness extraordinary performances, but to delve into a profound truth, hidden beneath the vibrant exterior of this midnight carnival. Together, we embark on a journey that will challenge our beliefs, unravel mysteries, and unveil the enigmatic secrets that lurk in the shadows." The words lingered, creating a charged atmosphere among the audience. People exchanged glances, their faces showing a blend of astonishment and curiosity. Some had already suspected that this carnival held secrets beyond simple tricks, and Donovan's revelation confirmed their suspicions, igniting a deep thirst for knowledge within them. Malachi's eyes narrowed, his smile briefly faltering before he regained his composure. "And what truth might that be, Mr. Blackwood?" Malachi asked, his voice dripping with false charm. Donovan, a determined investigator with a spark of resolve in his eyes, made a sweeping gesture towards his allies, a diverse group of extraordinary creatures united by a shared purpose. Standing among them were mighty and honorable werewolves, their instincts honed and prepared for any challenge. Graceful fairies fluttered alongside them, casting a magical ambiance over the assembly. Other mystical beings, drawn by the seriousness of the matter, had also come together in a display of unity. "The thing is, Malachi," Donovan began, his voice resolute, "your shows aren't just for fun. They have a deeper, more sinister goal." He paused, allowing his words to settle, then continued. "They're a way to gather supernatural energy, a plan that endangers the fragile harmony of our realms." Gasps echoed through the air, mixing with the tense atmosphere enveloping the open space. People exchanged shocked looks, their eyes widening as they grasped the true extent of Malachi's identity. The formerly charming entertainer's facade shattered, exposing a furious and desperate countenance. "You fools!" Malachi's voice boomed, its strength reverberating amidst the nearby trees. "You understand nothing about the might I possess. I am the ruler of darkness, and this fairground belongs to me." With a simple gesture, Malachi tapped into his profound, sinister abilities, calling forth wisps of shadowy darkness. The otherworldly shadows danced around him, twisting and converging to form a shield pulsating with maleficent energy, emanating an eerie presence. In response, Malachi, driven by arrogance and an insatiable thirst for power, unleashed dark and destructive magic. Bolts of black lightning crackled through the air, seeking to strike down any opposition in their path. Yet Donovan, quick and nimble, countered with the expert flick of his blade, deflecting the malevolent bolts with a grace that belied the intensity of the confrontation. The clash of magical prowess between Donovan and Malachi ignited an ethereal light show. The bursts of vibrant colors cut through the darkness, creating an otherworldly spectacle that illuminated the battlefield. Amidst the swirling lights, the cries of mythical creatures mingled with the battle cries of combatants, forming an otherworldly symphony that underscored the gravity of the conflict. "Your reign of terror ends here, Malachi." Donovan's voice, filled with anger and an unyielding sense of justice, reverberated through the chaotic battleground. Despite Malachi's fierce resistance, Donovan, Arachne, and their newfound allies pressed forward with unwavering resolve, slowly gaining ground. The werewolves, their raw power unmatched, tore through the dark shield, their teeth and claws clashing in a symphony of determination. "Donovan, we can't let him recover." Arachne's voice, barely audible amidst the tumult, reached Donovan's ears. "You go after Malachi." Donovan, his sword gleaming under the moonlight, nodded with firm determination. He won't get away. Every step heightened his anticipation, fueled by a mix of adrenaline and unwavering resolve. With a burst of speed, Donovan lunged forward, raising his sword high. The energy of the battle surged around him, empowering his strike. "This ends now, Malachi," Donovan declared, his voice carrying an authoritative weight. The weight of their past encounters fueled Donovan's determination to bring down the villain once and for all. With a surge of power, Donovan shattered Malachi's shield with a final thrust. The Master of Shadows stumbled, his form flickering and fading, his power dissipating like smoke in the wind. The attendees of the Midnight Carnival watched in awe as Malachi's true nature was exposed, a mere shadow of his former self, stripped of his deceitful facade. "Donovan," Arachne whispered, her voice laced with both exhaustion and triumph. "We did it. We defeated him." Donovan turned to her, his eyes still filled with the adrenaline of the battle. "Yeah, but at what cost? Look at him now. He's nothing more than a fading memory. Who will fill the vacuum?" Arachne's gaze softened as she observed the weakened figure of Malachi. "It's true. He had them all fooled with his illusions and deceit, but we prevailed in the end. What will you do with him?" "Leave him to his peers," Donovan inquired. A low murmur spread among the supernatural creatures gathered around them, their hushed voices filled with awe and wonder. They had witnessed the downfall of their most feared adversary, the one who had manipulated their lives for far too long. The fairies, with their artifacts returned to them, danced in joyous celebration, their wings twinkling with renewed energy. The werewolves, no longer under Malachi's influence, expressed their gratitude with triumphant howls. Donovan looked at Arachne, a mixture of exhaustion and satisfaction in his eyes. The Midnight Carnival of Shadows will not threaten the mortal world for a while. And so, as the moon began to set, casting a golden hue over the tranquil landscape, Donovan and Arachne walked away from the threshold of the supernatural realm. As they turned away, the wisps of enchantment slowly faded behind them. Sitting in his office, Donovan picked up his quill once again, the Midnight Carnival of Shadows forever etched in his memory. As he dipped the quill in the inkwell, an outpouring of inspiration, urging him to record the investigation that had unfolded before his eyes. The characters, both mysterious and captivating, begged to be immortalized in the ink of his pen. Donovan's mind rekindled the vivid scenes, the stage, Malachi, and the battles waged in the name of balance. Donovan paused in his writing, his eyes glancing towards Arachne, who perched on the edge of the shelf, observing him with 8 eyes filled with curiosity. Capturing the essence of the carnival, Donovan? Your words carry the weight of the supernatural tonight. Donovan chuckled. Well, Arachne, we can't let this tale be forgotten. The world needs to know about the night when shadows danced and alliances were forged. Arachne nodded in agreement, her fangs glinting in the dim light of the office. It's a story of mystery, courage, and the delicate balance between our worlds. You've painted it well with your words. I couldn't have done it without you, my 8-legged friend. Your insights and warnings were invaluable, Donovan acknowledged, a genuine smile playing on his lips. Arachne's many eyes blinked, conveying a mix of gratitude and amusement. Ah, Donovan, I merely spoke what needed to be said. The true heroics were in the actions taken that night. Donovan returned to his writing, the quill scratching against the parchment. And what about you, Arachne? Your perspective adds a unique layer to the narrative. Care to share your thoughts on our adventure? Arachne tilted her head, considering Donovan's request. It was a night of revelations, where the thin veil between our worlds was exposed. We danced on the edge of danger, and together we unveiled the truth that lurked in the shadows. However, sleep is calling me with her song. As always, your words carry a poetic grace, Arachne, Donovan remarked, smiling at his arachnid companion. Arachne, seemingly satisfied with Donovan's acknowledgement, crawled to a cozy corner on the shelf, preparing to rest. Donovan, with quill in hand, continued to weave the tale of the midnight carnival.